Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have two Canadian whiskeys with no age statement, both blended and at 40. Usually Canadian whiskeys are blended, not always, at 40% alcohol, 80 proof. The first one is a whiskey from 1968, introduced in 1968 as, well, when it was first introduced, it was known as the Northern Light. Okay, but now it's sold as the Northern Lights. It's got this diamond neck that you get with these Barton Barton whiskeys. It was produced, it says since 1879. Now, it was not established in 1879. That's when Hiram Walker Distilling Company, Hiram Walker was established. But Hiram Walker, which you could still get Hiram Walker whiskey in it, all of that. Mathern sells Hiram Walker 10 High, blended bourbon, but Hiram Walker got bought out years ago, and I mean years ago, by like in the 1980s by Barton Distilling, and then Barton got bought out. They're owned by Sazerac now. So see the story. It's bottled in Kentucky at Buffalo Trace by the Sazerac Company. So Canadian whiskey with natural flavors, the Northern Lights, and they show a shield with the crown representing the King Charles III of Canada. All right. So if you look at this label, it's got a maple leaf, but it has the Northern Lights on it, the Aurora Borealis. So when you turn it and twist it, you can see the lights. So it's a whiskey with special effects on the label. Whoa, look at the Northern Lights. Okay. And sometimes it'll be green too. Now, depending on how the light hits it. That runs about $9, but I got it for $4.75. When Dixie had it on a closeout, they wanted to go just with the big jug bottles, handle bottles. So I saw it. They had a bunch of them in a basket, but I didn't buy but one. $4.75, full size bottle. True story, true story, true story, true story, true story. Competitor, the famous Crown Royal XO, finished in cognac barrels. And XO cognac is a cognac brandy from France that is aged 6 to 10 years. So is the name a clue for how long it's aged? It could be. May not be too, but so is this age 6 to 10 years? We don't know. But we know it's finished in cognac barrels. Could it be regular old Crown Royal finished in cognac barrels? It could be, but it doesn't taste like it, really. Doesn't taste too different from it, though, either. Good morning to you, Daryl Macias. He said good morning, Ronald. Well, now time to put some light on the subject, although it's hazy out. It's cloudy outside. There won't be much light for a while. All right. The camera's got to get adjusted to the light. You would think this would win. You would hope this would win since it's $35 a bottle. $35 a bottle. Whoops. You go over there. Okay. That should be enough for the taste challenge. I mean, I'm only pouring a little bit when I do these challenges. So if I do a bunch in a week, don't catch a panic fit because it's just small amounts, which is better because then I can save it for future challenges. I'm not wasting it. But let's check the price over there. I think Walmart sells this too. I think. Not quite sure. Okay. But let's check Total Wine and More. They usually have a good lineup. The Northern Lights. I don't see anything coming up though. Oh, there it is. They're showing the old label. Isn't that funny? Showing the old 1960s label. The Northern Light. Come on, where y'all getting these old documents? They're showing the modern bottle with the diamonds, but it's highest quality Northern Light blended Canadian whiskey with the old maple leaf just painted, not the special effect maple leaf. Oh well. $7.99. Just what I thought. It's not available at the local store here. I'd have to drive 27 miles. I have to drive about 50 miles to get it. Oh, no thanks. Baton Rouge and Mandeville, Louisiana. Well, I have some. Why would I go by Canada? Here's the product information. You know they're getting that straight from Sazerac. Canada, sweet to the nose. This medium-bodied whiskey has a smooth mouthfeel and silky entry, carrying sweet caramel flavors that are freckled with cinnamon spice notes. Finish is short and mildly sweet. And Sazerac, I saw they launched a lawsuit, filed a lawsuit against Republic National Distilling, claiming that Republic National owes them money. See if they have any more information about that lawsuit. Sazerac files lawsuit against Republic National Distilling for $38.6 million in unpaid you gotta pay money to join this unpaid invoices. Okay, it's former distributor for non-payment. Well, see how that showdown comes out. Let there be light. Cheers. Ta-da. Ta-da. Okay, so very inexpensive, $7.99 even after the inflation, courtesy of that outfit in DC. Inflation is a backhand tax. It's the way to tax you without direct. It's an indirect tax from the back door instead of the front door. Okay, we love to hear from our customers. Sazerac.com. But if you look up Sazerac.com, they don't show that product. Okay, well, it's pale. I see some sediment, not much. This one is copper. So we got straw, gold, straw versus amber, let's say, not copper. Now, is it enough to do a taste challenge? Enough? Did I pour enough? I think it's enough. I think it's enough. I hope it's enough. I do believe. So we round off $8 versus $35. You telling me it's $27 better? Well, that's a stretch, but we're going to find out. Eight times 4 is 32. I can buy 4 of these bottles for every one of those Crown Royal XOs. 4 for every one. You say, yeah, but what if it's trash? That would be a good point. Then you wouldn't want to buy 1 bottle. But what if it's pretty good and you like sipping on Canadian whiskey after work? Now you might want to take that seriously. Not to mention, you could buy the handle bottles at some stores of the Northern Lights, and it'd be even cheaper per ounce. Probably come out to $5.99 a bottle rather than $7.99. I mean, we're talking about low. I can go to Walmart right there, get a handle of Canadian whiskey, $10.96. $5.96 for the regular bottle. Caliber, same people, Sazerac, same distillery, Sazerac Canada in Montreal. Now, is it the same quality? Well, considering that they're nearly impossible to tell one from the other, I would say, yeah. Plastic bottle, though, no diamonds on the neck. And it's not a brown bottle. See, brown protects it from the light. Not much aroma here at all. A little bit of grain, a little bit of oak, but it's so faint. It is so very faint. This has more, but I'm not going to say either one is super aromatic because they're not. But I think that must be the Crown Royal XO because it got more aroma. But let's go with the taste because I'm really not sure. Uh-oh. No. That's the Northern Lights because of that nutty, what John and Nile called the almond extract flavor. It's probably coming from some kind of sweet, very sweet white rum. Like Caliber. Caliber tastes like rock candy. Whiskey saturated oak and very sugary whiskey. You say, oh, I don't like sugary products. Well, don't drink the Crown Royal XO. In fact, don't drink Crown Royal because it's pretty sugary to me. They taste like sugar water to me. And I know about sugar, because I put sugar in my first cup of coffee. I've had that Southern sweet tea that's so sugary. My mother wouldn't drink that. No way. She always drank tea without sugar or sweetener. I couldn't believe it. It was so bitter, and not in a good IPA type of, torpedo extra IPA bitterness, in a bad type of tea bitterness. But that's what she liked. So this is the XO. Now, got it. That was easy as predicted. Next question. Is it worth the $27? I had to think about it. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to taste it and think. Smooth, easy going. It's got the nutty character. Now they're talking about, what was I reading about? Like some kind of drizzled blah, blah. No. I think they're adding vanilla though. I know that they're allowed to add flavoring, and the guy I talked to on the phone at Buffalo Trace said he thinks they're probably using vanilla, but he doesn't know. He said, I don't know. There's a secret flavoring. He said, but if I had to guess, I'd say vanilla. Now they're saying caramel flavors with cinnamon spice notes. Caramel with cinnamon. You see, I would say vanilla and almonds with rye pepper spice. Rye spice. Canadian whiskey tends to be higher rye. Now, if you don't like rye whiskey, yeah, it's going to be a turnoff. It's like, ugh, I don't want to drink whiskey tastes like black pepper, or spearmint or peppermint. I can understand that, but I like it. I like rye whiskey. After a while, you get tired of it, though. You're like, ugh, can't take any more of this. I'm glad my challenges are over. But then by the time it comes back around, it's time to start doing rye again. Then you can't wait for it. You're like, yeah, time for some rye. Why ask why? Just drink rye. So then you get tired later on. All right, so here we go. Do I get tired of Canadian whiskey? I don't really get tired of it because the flavors are kind of dialed back. But I mean, I'm always looking forward to the next thing. But I mean, I like it. I don't say, oh, I'm so weary of Canadian whiskey. No, I don't say that. The Crown Royal XO is better. It's a better product. It has a nicer bottle. It's fancier packaging. It's probably aged longer, although neither one has an age statement. I don't know, but it probably is. Finished in cognac barrels. Clearly, the Northern Lights just aged in regular old North American, probably used barrels. No problem there. Such a normal thing to do. It just doesn't stand out. It's not like anything terribly unique. It's very similar to Rich and Rare, which is also around $7.99, sometimes $7.92. Canadian Limited, they're all, kind of in the mix. Big sellers, no. But they move enough, they move off the shelf enough to keep it in stock. They more like trickle out at a steady pace, whereas Crown Royal moves at a steady and very fast clip. Now the XO, that's a smaller product for Crown Royal, so it probably doesn't move so fast. It moves a little, maybe at the rate of the Northern Lights. But their big money's in regular old Crown Royal Deluxe or Deluxe, depending on how they spell it. I don't know about the $27 though. It's better, but $27, I'd be very questionable about that. I would have to think about it. It doesn't apply to me because I never repurchase these things anyway. I just go jump into the next brand, as I progress through the challenges. But I'm always saying that in a hypothetical sense. If I was looking to buy Canadian whiskey just to sip after work, which of course I wouldn't be looking to do, but if I was, then I would probably just get the Northern Lights because I could get it for $7.99 instead of $34.99, and I wouldn't really be that disappointed with it because it tastes pretty good. That's my opinion. You might say, "Oh no, it's rot gut and it's terrible," and this and that and all these other terrible things, and that's your right to say that. But I don't believe it. I just think it's an okay product. All right, so next taste challenge. It's going to be very similar to this because it's going to be Seagram's. Well, they don't own it anymore, so forget the Seagram's. But it used to be from Seagram's. It's called James Fox. Wow, that's a major price difference. You're right. James Fox Canadian whiskey, and that also runs about $7. Let's see what's Total Wine selling there. I know Total Wine has it. This I know to be true. James, Walmart might sell, but not around here. They don't. Not available here. Okay, but let's check all the stores out. Yeah, $14.99, $14.49 for a handle. So if you can, well, they don't have it in stock right now, but they had it last time I was over there. I checked and I said, "Oh, there's James Fox." I wasn't dying to get it because I've had it. I have 2 bottles now. So why would I get it? Okay, obviously I wouldn't. Let's see what $14.49 converts down to. 14.49 divided by 1750 times 750. $6.21. See what I'm saying? Now, and then we got another underling, if you want to call it that. Another low shelf, but pretty good product, and it's very popular. Actually, you see it everywhere around here, at least. Is Canadian Hunter from 1984, also introduced by Seagram's. Also was another failure for them. Just like Dr. McGillicuddy's Fireball, another failure for Seagram's. Then they sold all of that stuff to Sazerac in one big pile in 1989. I read the article about it. They dumped like 14 brands on Sazerac, and I think even a distillery, the one in Lewiston, Maine, still open. Just a whole bunch of stuff, and Sazerac turned it into gold. Look what they did with Dr. McGillicuddy's Fireball. They detached her from the Dr. McGillicuddy's line, which is still around as flavored whiskeys thing. And they reintroduced it as Fireball with the dragon, and even make flavored malt beverages now, which I haven't found. Apple version and a cinnamon version. And that thing is fire. Fireball is fire. Oh, yeah, somebody got a lawsuit right now talking about, you tricked us. You told us it was whiskey, and it's a whiskey liqueur, even though the bottle says flavored whiskey. People need to get a grip, like, are you that dumb? Is that what lawsuits are about? helping dumb people remain dumb. I mean, you need to just grow up, people. You bought the cinnamon flavored Fireball, but somehow you thought it was pure whiskey. And you didn't know it was a whiskey liqueur, so you're going to sue the company. No, no, wrong. That lawsuit has no merit. It's stupidity. That's my opinion. But seemingly hardly any true difference in quality. Yeah, not a big. I mean, they're different. One's aged in cognac barrels or finished in cognac barrels, and it has a fancy glass bottle and all of that. And one is just regular old Canadian, normal production product. But they're both quality. Sazerac doesn't really put out junk. Some people would say, yes, they do. Crystal Palace Gin. I didn't think Crystal Palace Gin was junk. Wasn't that good. But, it was kind of like, tolerable. Follow the way of knowledge. I agree. Follow the way of knowledge. Okay. Now, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all soon enough. Have a nice Tuesday.